everyone, it's Suzi here, and today we're playing Godforge. For today's video, I'm gonna give my first impressions over this past week of playing. I just hit level 40, so I have grounded a little bit. Alright, so yeah, I just hit level 40. We know what that means. Aether Stone chest every 5 divine offerings. Oh my goodness. Well, that is funny because it gets me almost another 10 pull. I guess I'll save that for another video. But yeah, I am definitely enjoying Godforge so far, but it's definitely coming with its bugs, issues, and stuff that are mostly expected, but we're gonna talk about that. So first I want to remind people that we just got a survey in the mail, and if we get good responses, they're gonna be sending out Tombs of Knowledge, 5 flawless yellow summoning stones, 15 purple eternal summoning stones, and 1500 energy. Hell yeah, so this is just to encourage people from actually doing the survey, so make sure we do that. That is super helpful for everyone, and that we really, so the disclaimer before this video is, yes, I am a community manager. I do work for Fateless, so, like, I understand that people might think, of course I'm gonna have some bias. I see everything behind the scenes. Not everything. I see some things behind the scenes. I have knowledge of what's to come to some extent, or at least little teasers, and that might influence my decisions and some things I say subconsciously because you can't avoid it, right? And of course I want the company to succeed. Even if I wasn't an employee, I want this game and this company to succeed. And part of that is hearing your feedback. So that's what we're going to do in this video. I'm going to share my feedback, and I want to remind people to take the survey. If you did not get an email for this survey, be sure to sign up via the link. I have my sign up link in the description of this video. You can use the sign up link below. Make sure you're on the mailing list. If you think you're on the mailing list and you still didn't get the email, sign up again. Make sure you fill out the form in case something happened where it didn't go through the first time, or maybe you accidentally unsubscribed because you thought you were unsubscribing to a mailing list only. Well, alrighty here. So 7 days in, and I don't have, or no, we're more than 7 days. We're on day 9. I've played for 8 days now. This is kind of going to be a 1-week review style video, but in consideration that this is beta, this is a segmented part as a beta too. So if you're new to this game or you're still checking things out and you're not so sure, we have the campaign mode. So like right now, there's a story campaign where you really get to dive in and get to know things. Adventure's going to be a little bit different and have some more unique stories in the future. But Adventure's like the second difficulty level, and it is pretty hard. So we have story's kind of the focus right now. And let me see if I take back out him. I don't know. Can we smash? Let's try to smash. No, I need the support. Story is kind of the focus of this beta, to see how the flow of campaign is and what you grind to get up and improve. I have been working on just lightly progressing or light farming and doing my dailies. I wouldn't say I've hard focused a particular grind yet. The beta so far, I feel, is a little bit rougher than expected, honestly. I'm just being honest. As staff, I'm still going to be honest with you guys. And okay, I'm getting my butt kicked here in Ecker. Or where are we? Not Ecker. Asgard. Getting my butt kicked in Asgard. Oh my gosh. I think it's a little rougher than expected because I did... Oh, hello, Thor. I did play as staff beforehand, and it felt a lot smoother, and now it's a little bit rougher with a lot of bugs or lag and stuff I didn't expect, but I'm sure they're gonna work that out. I have confidence in them working those issues out, of course. There's a lot of character bugs, and that's, I guess, something to bring up too. So my initial experience was a little bit like, kind of like some of you guys. I had a little bit of a rough experience to get started because we had that 95% stuck bug issue with something that was out of control of Fateless. This should not have happened. That was actually an interesting fact too is that that is something that we could not have predicted and should not have happened based on everything that we had done that was on an end of someone we work the company that we work with or deal with or whatever. I don't know how to explain it. I'm not even gonna try, but yeah, that's something to keep in mind too, that rough start was not something that we could have controlled. It's just a very unfortunate thing. I still felt hooked and I still had fun because I'm enjoying that flow of getting the new character. Like, I started with Ramses and I had Freya as my main character, right? So the feeling of getting new characters and being curious about them and wanting to build them and finding that fun is there, I think. There's that excitement of, I pulled Enkidu, I can't wait to get Gilgamesh to pair with him, right? That's one thing I really like, I think, when it comes to the heroes, is I like when there's weird synergies that make you kind of want to use people together, even if it's just story and kind of ability related. I remember in other games kind of complaining when they had kits that were so specific. Only does something when someone's in the team. No, let me do it all the time. But I think because there's so much backstory and the characters have a lot of depth, and oh my god, he looks so good. Let's be honest, like, look how cool he looks. I think that makes me more invested, and I want to make emotional choices about my characters, which is kind of funny to admit, instead of only based on, you know, what's the total best decision overall. Like, if I got certain heroes that pair together, I'd want to use them. Now, I do have a lot of fun heroes like Vivian and Fenrir that I haven't even built yet, that I definitely need to. He has insane survivability with his basic attack healing. Vivian's a great support, but I have all the supports in the world. So I was using Quetzalcoatl early on. She are amazing. And I have Freya and Quetz kind of cover all the bases for an amazing end game boosting team, but it's not the end game. It's and there's no PvP, and there's less of a need for that right now. And Quetz does cause some bugs, unfortunately. So with that in mind, I stopped using Quetz because he lagged my game so bad. Shipe Totek is also a bug culprit. He does slow your game down a little bit too, but Quetzalcoatl's the worst for me so far, and even Shinigami, unfortunately. So Quetz and Shinigami and Shipe are three of the heroes that are known to make your game have a little bit of pre-turn lag, and those are the characters that I loved the most in the beginning and was playing. So, along with Freya, of course. This was my core team, and it was buggy. And I'm like, no, it's so annoying, but it's the reality. Hopefully they figure out those performance optimizations. And why does Quetzalcoatl make your screen lag? And it doesn't happen for everybody. That's one of the inconsistencies. I think it just depends on devices. Just like some of the overall lag and performance issues from one PC to another, to a high-end PC to a laptop. The laptop does better. There's just some quirks that apparently are still needing to be, again, worked out in optimizations. So I'm trying to be patient there myself. So overall, I think the things I enjoyed the most really do align with the heroes I'm pulling. Like, I'm very interested in the hero collection element, and that was where I find the fun. So I think finding the synergies, like I said, kind of the same in line with which characters do I like the most or who am I having fun with. That's the same answer for like what are my favorite things about the game so far. It's kind of having fun with those. Like, I started having a very Ecker strong team. So this is a really good point. I really like that there's some good, I guess you'd say, farmable rares when you compare to other games like Raid. Like Sargon, you can farm an Ecker as a rare. And so you can easily max him out and get him to, oops, wrong button, Awaken 5, right? It really is helpful overall to have all these extra bonuses with, or especially a rare hero. Hippolyta, she is very good as well, and she is farmable. So that is something to keep in mind if you're looking for that strong team. I'm looking forward to the next beta where maybe I start using different heroes too, but that's in the future. But she's another one that you can farm. I like that there's possibilities for that, so people can kind of purposefully farm an area, get your golden experience well in campaign, and also get hopefully some of the hero you want. Like So we want to say as an American, Maria Morevna, but I think I was just reading someone's pronunciation that is Russian, and it would be like Maria Morivna instead. Maria Morivna. That sounds way more cool, doesn't it? Maria Morivna. Maria? I'm so American, I try. But that's another fun one. Oh my gosh, and everyone is loving Machao. I want to build him now too, but I'm like, but I have a million Slayers, and I have a couple Eternals going at the moment. I don't know. I might want to build Machao instead of Gilgamesh, though. Sorry, Gilgamesh. But one thing I really like with Enkidu and Gilgamesh is that we have this extra ally attack here with the basic attack. So every time he does his basic attack, he goes again. That's something, or sorry, not goes again. Gilgamesh goes with him, is what I meant to say. That is a really fun element too. Now, I think the biggest thing I want to see improved is something that I know will be improved. This whole, like, level up your heroes so slowly. Okay, good enough. I probably should have crunched them. Having to just click, 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 click so much is frustrating and so time consuming. And for me, I feel like it's necessary to get these quicker promotion features into the game before players play again. Maybe not saying during this beta in this patch, because that's a whole thing we have to test and make sure it works properly and doesn't break the game even worse, right? But we have to get that in there. Like, I don't think players can play without it. It sounds silly, but it's true. You know, like, we really need this kind of a feature where it doesn't take so many clicks. Like, I don't know how I played other games where you have to manually do this for whatever. But this just, I think even those are a little bit faster because they're still, like, Watcher of Realms doesn't have quick promote when you start playing right away, but then you get it a little bit later into your campaign, which you can do pretty quickly. But they already have a feature where everything's there and it's like one click to upgrade, one click to upgrade, one click to upgrade still. It's just slightly different order of operations, I think, compared to the full quick equip. Overall, though, I think most of my complaints are things I think that, or I know, is already being worked on. Like, being able to accidentally crunch a 5-star is not good. Like, here, when you go to grab a 1-star, it will grab your 5-star chicken. Oh, see, it doesn't want to do it now. It's like, no, don't do that, stupid. You have other ones. But if you made a 5-star common, whatever, it will grab it. But to be fair, that is likely to be fixed, hopefully sooner rather than later. So maybe by the time you watch this video, this is no longer an issue. That would be the best part, right? I think that could be possible as well, or soon after. That it's something that they're very aware of is a big issue. So we don't want people accidentally crunching their 5 stars, right? And then you also get the, if you get the bug of, if you run out of your, like, 2 stars, it will, if you have any uncommon heroes locked, it will start using those locked heroes as your fodder for the autofill, but then it'll give you an error because it knows you can't use them because they're locked. So that's another one that I think should be fixed soon, but was one of my most annoying time sinks of, oh, not again, oh, not again. So I'm actually pretty happy that most of the stuff that I would say are issues and frustrating are things that I know are going to be worked on or already being worked on. Like, there's a lot of UI inconsistencies. People complain about where the hell is the X button on the whatever page. It moves into a different spot in this page. It's not on this page. Like, this, for some reason, the X changes. It's a little bit awkward, but stuff like that I think is just more polished later on. Besides promotion as my main thing that I want to see improved, what else? What's my number 2, right? What's my next biggest thing? I think I'd also have to say the way that the whole auto features are working with multi-battles and stuff. Well, it's nice to be able to do them endlessly. There's just a lot of features missing. Like, when you go to multi-battle, you want to do your rift keys. Okay, cool. Let's do 10 of those and let's go. But, well, the rift key part is broken right now, so you can't actually do multiple rifts. You have to just hit replay and select to do your key on the bottom, and it will do your key. The issue, though, is I think with the multi-battles, it's just the time sink of it, in the sense of when I'm doing this, I can't do anything else. I want a background battle feature early on in this game's life. I don't expect it for a beta. I might not even expect it for early access, although I think it should have it. Because nowadays, that's just what gamers expect that play these games. Games come out with an auto or like a background battle feature of some sort in them. So I would really like to see that, honestly, as a gamer myself, whether or not, if I was just playing this game and there's no no way to do anything else here, I'm just like, okay, now what do? I just sit here and stare at the screen? No, I'm gonna go play another game instead. Or I just want to build people. Can I go do, or if the game was up and running more, you know, like, can I go do my arena battles while I'm waiting for this? Can I go do a Pantheon boss fight while I'm waiting for this? Can I go promote some heroes and make some food? Because it takes so long to do that. That's one thing. I also would like to see the features to dim the screen in the background or make it go black completely. Watcher of Realms has a great power saving mode where you can choose when you go into the battle to, you know, put it on the power saving mode, and then you see nothing. And that's a cool feature too, to save for like sake of performance and battery life and just energy consumption overall. I didn't like how it used to dim in the background and force you to be dimmed on multi-battles, because that doesn't look good for content creators live streaming or making videos or any of that either. But I think the option to give you something that is energy saver, battery saver for mobile devices is important too. So that's another thing during the multi-battles, like there should be a way to deal with that. And then the biggest thing I think is the rewards. Like, when you do 20 multi-battles, you want to see what you got at the end of it. You don't want to see, okay, what was my last battle, but what did I get in between? You don't want to have to go hunt them down in your bag or on your heroes. Or, you know, like, you don't want to have to go search for it later. We need, like, okay, I'm ending my multi-battle. Whoa, hello. What a great multi-battle. I did one battle. What a great one battle. I think that's a big thing, though. People want to see their total rewards at the end. So I'm pretty confident that's something that would already have been on the team's radar. But that's part of this multi-battle system that I think needs a bit of work. And so on the note of multi-battles and rift keys, the tip here, if you're trying to use your rift keys because you need pages to get your skill ups, keep in mind, guys, we say books are tough, but you have a lot of keys sitting there. I bet you do. You need to use them. So just hit replay here at the, do one battle, okay? Then on this screen right there that I showed you, hit the replay with the box checked, use your rift key. That's when you need to use it, and that will make it happen 100% of the time. It's no chance. If you choose to use the key, you are making that rift happen. You're getting your double rewards, and you're getting the pages to get the skill or ability upgrades. Sorry. You're getting the ability upgrades as well at the same time. But yeah, see, we're fighting Ra, that we're in the rift. We're going to get our bonus reward at the end of this. And that just kind of acts like an extra wave in the battle. See, like now we're going to wave 3 of 3, which is not the boss yet. So wave 4 out of 3 is the boss. But that's how you use your rift pages. That'll be better in the future once that's not bugged. So I really can't complain too much about that. But yeah, I guess that's kind of my main things. The other things to just note overall, I would probably say are like the performance issues are rough. Like I said, I have to admit that the gameplay is not as smooth as it did before beta started, and I was super hyped on it before beta started, but the beta itself is playing pretty rough and is a little bit, you know, knocks you down a little bit. It's a little bit of a bummer, but I'm still interested. I'm still excited. I still have good faith in everything that it will come around with a lot more work. But it's definitely frustrating to feel the performance issues and to see people complain about the game being unplayable, so they're quitting, or I'll see you guys, you know, early access, or there's definitely the honest feedback of, I'm so frustrated by this, I don't even want to play it anymore. Sorry guys, I'm out. That's really sad to see. I wish people would have a little more patience there and just give their honest feedback and know the intentions are true to deliver an amazing game by the time this is at a release level. So think also too, we still have another beta to come where we're going to be adding in like the tower. I think the Tower of Strife is being added in the next one. I'm pretty sure he said that. But definitely PvP of the arena, basic arena, and Pantheon boss. Now, all that's very similar to other games, sure. That might not feel too exciting, but we want to see how the flow of the game is with that first, and then early access will bring even more. Early access will be a time to start judging a little harsher, I would say. But at the same time, early access is still early access. It's not global launch level of, okay, the game is really, really boom. It's ready. Here's the features, what you guys really, 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 really think. Like, I think that's going to be the true time of judgment. Even more so. Like, obviously, these different stages, I think, try to be mindful of what the intentions are for beta, what the intentions will be for early access as well. The game needs to be near ready, but it's going to be lacking some features, and there might still be a little bit of polishing to do. But come early access, like we want to include more features. Like there are so many things we've shown that are very unique for the genre. The style of world bosses, the draft mode, normalized PvE mode. You know, those kind of things are things that we should and probably are aiming to include for early access to give players the best impression later on. I'm definitely still like, I want to say I'm more happy than I am frustrated or whatever, but I'm honestly kind of neutral. I have to be honest. I would lean a little bit more toward excited because I really do love the mechanics of the game. I think it's fun and different with the ultimates, the divinity, and the faith. I like the way the weapons and imprint system works. That's a very unique thing to be able to take someone else's passive and put it on another hero. That's such a unique thing, right? And I love the character designs and the styles, and they're really, really fun. And I also know behind the scenes they're redoing some characters completely. Like we showed example of with that Maybon one. But there's even more that you guys haven't seen yet that I can't wait till you guys see, or I can't wait comes to life that I'm seeing the concepting for. So much could change still. So my excitement of also knowing what's on the radar, like a lot of the UI pain points are completely on the radar. We know some of it's painful. We know some of the filters are missing, rough, or just things take way too many clicks to get from one thing to another. We know, as Fateless, I'm saying, not as Suzi, the content creator. But I think I'm trying my best to be neutral and understanding of when people complain about this sucks, you'd be like, yeah, that kind of does suck that this is happening right now, doesn't it? But do I have confidence that it will be worked out? Yeah, I do actually. I really do. It's a great team behind the project. They have a lot of love and passion too. And even the devs, like, and in the design team, they really, everyone cares. Like, seeing someone be like, oh, and we had our meeting. So this is, again, Suzi, this community manager, I guess, talking more than Suzi, the content creator right now. We had our meeting for the week, and one of the devs was just like, my biggest complaint is the lack of people being able to get into the game. Like the frustrations of people that cannot play at all, that the game crashes and it's unplayable, or they're having download issues, or they're having performance issues just so bad that it makes it feel unplayable and not fun. And that, like the fact that people can't play, like that breaks my heart. Like we have to do better. We have to figure this out. Like that's our team saying that stuff and caring about that stuff too. I promise you. Even the graphics guy, I can't even remember who said it in the meeting, but one of them was like, I know people are still complaining about the graphics, and I really want to get to the bottom of that. Like, why? What don't they like specifically? Because, like, to me, I think a lot of things look great too. Like, how can you say this looks bad? It does not look bad. Like, look how good these look. This looks good. Now, are there some graphical issues? But yes, but I think a lot of that might also be due to the performance issues. Like things feel jittery and not smooth because the performance sucks right now. But that depends on devices, and that also is just one of the unfortunate realities of beta right now is the performance is kind of low from a lot of devices. And I think that makes the graphics feel worse because you don't have the flow, you don't have the quality, or you're having to turn down your quality of your graphics just to play the game, which definitely hinders the design intent, right? But look how good this looks. I'm sorry, Enkidu looks incredible. You can't convince me otherwise. Look how good he looks. Look how good he looks. Okay. All right, guys. I guess that's all for this video. I'm a little bit of a... It's so hard to make videos sometimes. I hope you guys are patient with me because as a content creator, like my other channel is my main channel for one, but also it's hard to have that mixture of I'm staff and I'm a content creator because it's like you could only share so much. You don't want... And I only know so much because I only have so much time to look into certain things too. And I have to ask the same questions you guys ask, how most of the content creators know way more than I do. But I hope that you guys understand that when I do have a video out, I know like there's that reality of, oh, but your staff. Like they're not making me say nice things. If I'm gonna be honest, you know, even Simon is honest. He's like, yeah, this part is rough. We know. Or the game is not ready. He said it himself. So I think hopefully you guys know that we are a passionate crew and we're going to give our honest feedback, and we're also going to take in the honest feedback along the way too. And I hope you guys know that Suzi the content creator is still going to be here making videos and checking in on the game as much as I can, but I'm super busy as Suzi the Fateless community manager, getting all these content creators onboarded and our new content creator program going too. Trying my best, but thank you guys for hanging out today and listening to me chatter. Appreciate you all. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Be sure to sign up if you haven't already so you don't miss those emails, and you can use the download link to play now.